Hello, and welcome to Robin Bodhi Yoga. I'm Robin. For today's practice, we have a full body yin, and there are no required props. So once you're ready, come join me down on the mat in a comfortable seated position. Once you find your comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders down, and then we'll start with our neck stretches. So gently tilt your right ear over your right shoulder. And gently roll the head around front, nice and slow. And bring the left ear over the left shoulder. And gently roll the head around front again, bringing that right ear back over the right shoulder. And gently turn the nose down toward that right shoulder. And gently lift the nose back up. And then roll the head around front again, bringing the left ear back over the left shoulder. And then turn the nose down toward the left shoulder. And gently lift the nose back up and then roll the head around front again. This time we're going to stop in the middle and just let the head hang. Remember, keep those shoulders relaxed. And then when you're ready, lift your head back up to its neutral position. From here, let's just kind of roll our torso around a little bit. You can start with either direction, and we'll do a few times one way. And here in a little bit, we'll switch. But let's do a couple more in this same direction we started with. Just kind of bring a little bit of movement into the hip joint. And then let's switch direction. Roll around the other way a few times. And then from here, let's sit with our knees pointed up toward the ceiling. And then when you're ready, let's cross the left ankle over the right knee for a seated figure four. And if you need to, you can bring your hands behind you to help you with stability. Then we'll uncross the left ankle and placing that foot back down on the mat. And then we'll just switch sides. So we'll bring the right ankle over the left knee. We'll uncross that right ankle. And we're going to come to our hands and knees just so that we can transition to a low lunge. So step your right foot forward, lining up the knee with the ankle, aiming for a stretch on your left hip flexor. And you can leave your hands down at the mat if you want, or you can bring your hands to your knee. We're going to turn the back leg so the left foot comes over to the right side of the mat. And then we're going to swing the right leg all the way behind us, lowering the hips, coming into a pigeon pose. And you can rest on your forearms here in sleeping pigeon. And then we're gonna lift back up and we're gonna reset in a tabletop position so that we can switch to the other side. So bring the left foot forward, coming back to our low lunge. And again, your hands can rest either on the mat or on your knee. And then we'll begin from our low lunge. We're gonna cross the right foot across the mat so we can then bring the left leg straight behind and lower the hips down for our pigeon pose. You can rest on the forearms, or you can even bring your head all the way to the mat if you have that flexibility. And then we're going to lift up, coming back to a tabletop position with your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. We're going to take a deep breath in and drop the belly, lifting the chest for a cow. And then we're going to exhale, squeezing all the air out while arching the back for cat. And again, inhale, dropping the belly. And exhale, arch the back. Let's do one more time. Inhale, drop the belly, fill up with lots of air. And exhale, arch the back. And then we'll inhale just to a neutral spine. And from here, we're going to go ahead and lay down on the stomach, putting the elbows underneath the shoulders and pressing into the forearms to lift the chest for our Sphinx pose. For Sphinx pose, we're going to bend the right knee to bring that foot in toward your hip, and then we'll reach back with the right hand to grab hold for our half bow pose. And we'll gently release and go straight to the other side. So bend the left knee this time, and then reach back with the left hand to grab hold of the left foot. And gently release. And then from here, we're going to push back up and then come to a seated position with our legs straight in front of us. And we'll sit up nice and tall. And then forward fold, starting from the hip over the leg for our caterpillar pose. And we'll gently sit back up. And then from here, we're going to recline back on the back. And we'll go ahead and straighten the left leg. Keep a bend in your right knee. In fact, you want to move that right foot as close up to your hip as you can. And then once it's all the way up, go ahead and let that right knee fall open to the right, coming to our reclined tree pose. And you can bring your arms up overhead, kind of in a V for victory, making our tree branches. From here, we can lower our arms back down and lift that right knee back up. And then we'll pick the right foot up off the mat, bringing the shin kind of parallel to the ceiling. And then we're going to fully twist over to the left for our recline twist. And let's go ahead and bring the arms straight across at about shoulder height and turn our gaze toward the right. So we have a nice big stretch. And we'll untwist back to center. And we'll go ahead and extend the right leg long and bend the left knee to bring that left foot up toward the hips. And then once that left foot is as high as you can get it, then go ahead and let the left knee fall open to the left. And again, let's extend our arms up over our head for our reclined tree pose. Again, we'll lower our arms down and lift that left knee back up, and then pick the left foot off the mat, bringing the shin parallel to the ceiling and twisting over to the right, and then bringing our arms straight across at about shoulder height, turning the gaze toward the left for our reclined twist. Gently untwist back to center. And then go ahead and straighten the left leg. Bring the arms down by the side, tucking the shoulder blades underneath the back, and relax into Shavasana. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. You can stretch overhead if you would like to. And then when you're ready, gently roll to one side and push on up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you like this practice, and I'll see you next time.